Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Minecraft. I just took a little trip around with my new elytra, my new wings that have mending and unbreaking on them now, thanks to our wonderful new villager that sells the mending books. I did a little bit of mending sorting and a little bit of cactus dyeing because we're going to need some green dye for our next adventure in this episode. I also did a little bit of drowned hunting. I didn't get a lot. To tell you the truth, after watching some of the Minecraft videos out there, I thought you wouldn't be able to... I thought I could throw a trident in any random direction under the water and get a drown, but they're actually fairly rare. I just spent the whole last night underwater, and I got 3 of them, and none of them had anything. However, from the night before, you can see my new toy here. It's a trident, and it's okay. It's got, I enchanted it a bit. It's got impaling, loyalty, and mending on it. So we're gonna be using it a little bit. It takes about 3 hits to take out a zombie with this guy. So it's not nearly as, well, it's about as good as the sword. Definitely not as good as the bow, but it works underwater really well and is very good for drowned hunting whenever you can find them, which I really cannot. I started this episode by pulling some of the cactus dye out of that smelter in there, and I'm getting really, really sick of using that smelting setup in there. For the glass that I've had to do, for the stone that I've had to smelt, for the cactus dye, for everything that I've been smelting, the bricks, I want to set up a little bit better smelter, and I think I want to do it about right here, continuing on down the line here. I've already opened up a space here to put that in. I think this is going to be big enough for the smelter design that I'm thinking about. And I kind of went ahead and expanded this seawall on around. Still not thrilled with the design, but it's working. So this is going to continue on around, and we're just going to keep building some buildings in this area right here. There's going to be a fairly large building in this corner. We're just going to have to, we're going to cut into the mountain to build that out, but that's going to be the next building that we work on after we finish this one. All right, so I've got a lot of stuff here. Let's go ahead and pull out our ender chest. I did take another little trip to the mesa and grabbed some more terracotta blocks. We're gonna be using some of that. Boy, this is all just a big mess until you get all these boxes down. And I always end up with so much trash in my inventory. So we probably want to get a shulker box out just for trash as well. Yeah, you right there. And garbage. Orange terracotta? Maybe. On the road there. But right now, I want to get the regular terracotta. And I want to see basically what is involved in making this usable. Let's see, let's throw a crafting bench just right there. Will be fine. Yeah, and let's pull out this. And is it just something like this? No, it's not. Do we surround it? Yes, we do. Okay, so that's the way that works. All right, so we'll be able to get a ton of green terracotta, which is the color that I'm wanting to go with for our next building in the line here. So this will actually work out pretty good. Except we've got a lot of garbage in our inventory. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this stuff dyed up, and gonna go ahead and lay out a little bit of a floor here, and yeah, we'll get to working on this smelter. All right, so I think I got a little bit of a basic structure / color palette going down. Do I like it? I don't know. It's going to stick out a little bit further, and I think that's what I wanted to do. I kind of want to catch this curve coming around, and I think that'll work out nicely. And it's okay if that's a little bit tighter, but we've got a nice big open space in here for laying out the furnaces. We are probably want to lay out the furnaces first before we do anything else. And before we do that, we need to get a ton of stuff. Let's drop off some of these things. All that will be fine. Did I put my rockets in? Where did I put my rockets? There's my rockets. We need to go on a little bit of an adventure because we're going to need a ton of hoppers for this. And for that, we're going to need a ton of iron. And hopefully, we've got some over here in the iron farm. I did a little bit of AFKing. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And hopefully, it's going to be enough to get a little bit of hopper action happening here. We've almost got 2 full rows. All right, I think that is going to be very, very good. Let's just go ahead and grab it all. Everything that we can, at least. Good. Is there any of these stacks going to be combined? Not really. Oh, well, that'll work. That'll be quite plenty. And let's see. We can turn all... We can start making our furnaces that we're going to need, as well as the hoppers that we're going to need. I know I built this to at least hold 16 furnaces. Oops, caught the ground there. It's been a while since I've used some elytra, so I'm getting a little used to it again. Okay, let's see. Let's junk box is full already. Do we have another junk box? Let's get junk box number 2. And let's throw the iron in there for now. And this, actually, let's use the acacia wood. We'll use the acacia to make some of our chests. So 8, 16. Definitely going to have that many furnaces. 8. And 16. And let's grab this cobble here, and let's just kind of space this out a bit. We're going to have a space on the back wall. So that would be our main furnace line, and we could fit 1 there. 2. Probably that many. Nope. That's going to be up off the ground a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And have this room in the front for logistics and things. I think 7, 8 would have that room. That one in the middle. I think that works. So we're gonna have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 furnaces all day long. So we have 16, 17, 18. Well, we just need 5. We'll go ahead and make 6 because I accidentally did that. All right, and let's see. Need a little spacer right there. That's 1 off, right? Did it get darker in here? I don't think I have any. Torches either. Might have to go get some of those, or else it's going to get kind of hairy over here. All right, I calculated that wrong. Oh, I did an extra. So that should be it right there. All right, fantastic. All right, now I just need to make a bunch of hoppers and hook those up. And let's go ahead and go to sleep. Monsters nearby. Where are the monsters? I don't know. All right, so we got our furnaces set up. We need to set up a line of hoppers here going into the backs of them. And these are going to be the hoppers that supply the fuel. Okay. That will do that. Okay. And then we need a line of hoppers on the top. And this is going to be the line of hoppers that will feed the items that we want to melt. There we go. And then we'll have a line of hoppers coming along the bottom here that where the output will go out, and eventually that will go into a chest. So we'll have a chest for fuel. We'll have a chest for the items that we want to smelt, and those will go around. I'm going to use minecarts, I think, to get that to work, hopefully. And then we'll have the coppers coming along the bottom. Those are the words I'm looking for. The coppers along the bottom will come and feed into a chest that will be over there somewhere. All right, that looks good. Let me go grab my redstone box, and we'll get some of this stuff set up. All right, so the basics of a hopper minecart are pretty straightforward as far as the way that they work. We should be able to just send this guy going back and forth, and he'll distribute his items into all of the chests below. And in this case, that's going to be fuel. And let's wait for him to come around again. Okay, and we should be able to put an unpowered powered rail there, and that'll make him stop. Excellent. And that will remain stopped until, let's just grab, what do we have in here? Do we have a button? We have a button. Go in here, we'll press the button, that'll launch him on, and he'll go all the way over here to the other side. Fantastic, and stop. All right, and that's going to be our basis for this. It's starting to get dark, but I can't sleep. So yeah, this one will be our fuel one, and we'll have a another one up here that will be our smelting items, just basically duplicating this up top. And we'll have to set up a redstone system that will keep them going as long as they have stuff in them. And we'll turn it off as soon as they don't. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. For monsters, where are these monsters at? Never know where they're going to be. I know they're not in here, so we'll just have to start sleeping in here. All right, so I think I've got a system here that's going to work for the distribution of items. We have this one right here that's running on the outside. We'll be able to fill it up full of whatever fuel we're using, and it's just going to run back and forth in between these furnaces and distribute everything evenly amongst them. And it'll keep going until we turn it off, and then it should return back to the sender. We have the same thing going on over here for the items that we want to smelt. There's a little bit of a lag as it starts, but it gets going there eventually. And I'm hoping that is going to work out okay. We may end up putting in some additional powered rails along these lines right here, just to give it a little extra oomph when it takes on. I don't know, we'll have to see what structure we build around it to see where we can't build that in, but they all have on and off switches where we can turn them off. We'll basically put our smelting items in here, our fuel in here, and then turn them on and let them go. The next thing we need to do is to get our output chest, and I think I want our output chest coming out right about here-ish. I always do that. Try that again. There we go. That'll come out there. And let's see, how are we gonna do this? I can't get back there. Can't get back there. Well, we'll have to come in this way, I guess, just to get that one set. Coming into the back. There we go. And like that right there. Like that right there, and then just get hopper trains going all the way around on both sides. And this is going to be excessive, I think, as far as hoppers are concerned. We're gonna have to put one right there, And then there. So it'll be the amount of furnaces we have plus 6 for the hoppers. Let's see, we have 8 left, so we need 3 additional hoppers in order to make this work. Do we have enough to make that happen? I'm sure we will. Let's go ahead and get rid of this stripped acacia right there. 1, 2, 3, right? All right, and that will take all of our items and put them into this chest right here once they get all smelted. All right, I think our system is pretty much functional. We just need to get some sort of thing to cover all this stuff up, and we should be good to go. All right, I think we're about ready for a test run. I got a little bit of lighting in here and got a little bit of a front on it. I don't know. I think it looks okay. I think I want to replace these with some end rods because it's looking a little dark on this end, and I don't like the way this lighting is glitching through on these stairs. I like the stairs, don't like the lighting glitch. So maybe some end rods over there, getting just a little bit of an additional light would help out with that. But yeah, I got everything all set up here. I went through, double-checked all the hoppers. They looked all good. Let's drop off some of this garbage. I seem to have accumulated quite a bit of it. We'll hold on to that. There we go. That's good for now. Let's see. I grabbed a block of coal. Let's just turn that into regular coal. And let's see, is this the fuel side? No, this is the fuel side. I need to mark these because I will not remember what all this stuff goes to. So you're the fuel side. You are going to be the whatever we want to smelt side. All right. Throw that in there. We'll turn you on. Turn you on. And let's just see. Hey, there we go. They're all starting up. Most of them are starting up. Our ones in the corners here are not, however. Interesting. But we are getting all of our cooked stuff in the middle here, which does work. Yeah, missing some furnaces. I used to do a comparator design that basically blocked off the hoppers with comparators, and I stopped doing that because it had a tendency to glitch out and make it where some of your furnaces wouldn't work. So that's why I decided to try this this minecart design, and I'll be darned if it doesn't look like it's doing the exact same thing. You are not getting any fuel. You are not getting anything like that. All right, well, I guess it's time to tear into it and see if I can figure out what is causing that, or if that's just kind of a Minecraft glitch thing. See, the hopper's not... No, you're just not... Oh, I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. The redstone right here is blocking off the hoppers. Okay, that's all right. That should be a very easy fix. All right, let's get on that. All right, so I'm hoping I have that issue fixed. The problem is that we had a redstone block right here, which was cutting off this hopper, or turning it off. So I moved a redstone torch right there to power both of those rails. So that one's pretty much the same. And down here, without digging into this wall, I couldn't figure out a good way to power these tracks. Basically, what I did is there is a switch down here on this block, which is powering it. And we don't have 2 powered rails, we just have 1, but I'm hoping it should be enough. But the whole idea being that we don't want to power this hopper or the hopper below because that will block it off. But I did that all around, and I think that should actually work a lot better. So let's give it a test. I went and grabbed some sand because we don't really have a lot to smelt right now. But let's give it a shot. Let's turn on the fuel, turn on the thing. And there we go. All of the furnaces are now firing up and smelting sand. Excellent. We should have our food in here still, plus our bricks and other things that we've dropped. All right, so that is going to be a lot nicer than what I was doing for smelting before. Not necessarily faster. We're not going to be doing huge quantities of things, but it's going to be a lot more easy in that we can just sit here and turn these things on, add our items, and then go off and do something else for a while. And as long as we keep this chunk loaded, that will do all the smelting for us. Oh, you still got stuff. Let it go. What about you? You still got stuff. All right. I was going to do a system. You can do a system using comparators that figure out, basically have it to where if this chest is empty, this block is on. So basically if you fill up the chest, it turns it on and it goes around and it keeps going around until it's empty and then it comes back and stops. That eliminates the need for this switch. But I think I'm going to need some more room for that. And I'd already had all of this built up. And didn't want to have to move it this early. So I just went with the switch system. It's a lot easier. Now, were this like a multiplayer server, I might get a little bit more robust, but I think this is fine for now. We should have about 4 stacks of sand, so we'll come back and check on this later. Right now, what we need to do is get a roof on this. And I'm not quite sure how I want to go with it. Maybe square. Maybe square might be the way we want to go. I think I want to take this acacia up 2 more, and then maybe start working right there on working on the roof. And I'm thinking about just doing it kind of blocky. And we'll see how that looks. All right, so we've got a little bit of a problem in here in that the hopper setup that we had was incorrectly powering this hopper right here, which was causing all sorts of bad things to happen. Well, it was causing everything to basically clog up. So I'm going to try to power it from this side and see if that makes a difference. Let's get our track back. Powered. Oh, man. I hate these track laying rules. They don't work out very well. But let's just check. Let's throw a couple of things in here. Okay. All right, and that let it go through, even though that it's powered. It's because that switch was on the inside there. And that's okay. We can deal with that. Just have to basically redo this yet again so that it works. And replace all of these tracks so that they lay correctly. All right, that's right. Okay, so again, the problem is that we have this switch right here. And that switch is basically powering that hopper, which is causing everything to get all clogged up. And we just lost that switch. And we just need that hopper to be right there. Need to go ahead and brick that up. Brick that up. And let's see, let's put a piece of spruce right there. A piece of spruce right there. And let's see if we get 2 spruce. We do. All right, so that's fixed, hopefully. And I think we'll be good. All right, that should do it. That should do it right there. Let's get our bars back in. We had some there, we had some there. All right, still a little dark in here, but I don't think any mobs will spawn. I think it's bright enough that that will not occur. And let's just make sure that both of our minecarts still work. And if those make it back to the end, there's 1. And there's 2. All right, so a couple little problems. This is the fun part of not following any tutorials or anything. Just trying to figure out, make things work. There's always these little weird Minecraft problems that happen. But I think we've got that all taken care of. All right, so this is our smelter. We actually have a good quality smelter for smelting mass quantities of things. Really, really glad that got out of the way. So the next thing I want to do is, we were smelting over there in the mining area. I want to set up a more robust storage area and therefore invalidate that whole area right there. And what I'm thinking is we have this kind of curve right here. I kind of want to bring a building coming out and then a building coming this way, kind of like an L shape that kind of comes around this corner and then kind of goes back in like to there, like from there to there, and then kind of L it in the middle around this kind of curve of the dock here. And that will be our storage facility, a much bigger storage facility that's able to house a lot more things. But let's go ahead and let's just rocket it now that we can. And kind of take a little look at our little bay. Starting to come together a little bit. Some of these things, like the roof designs and things like that, I'm not really happy with. And really some of the exterior stuff I'm not that happy with as well. But my thought is, as this fills out, it'll be a lot easier to go in there and just kind of detail things and make things a little bit more coherent. Make that work a little bit better. We have our old industrial area over here, working rather nicely. There's the old hiring facility. And of course, we have our beach house being all nice and beachy over here. Don't spend a lot of time over here, really, anymore, because there's not really a lot over here, other than a fantastic view of the sunset as it goes down over the coral reef, and a bed that doesn't move, which is nice. As you can see, I was blown up by a creeper earlier. That tends to happen, and during that, I lost my axe, and I don't know if I just dropped it and never was able to pick it back up, or if I accidentally put it in a chest somewhere and it's just hiding out there. But we'll have to find that. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode, where I don't know. We might start working on the storage area. Or, I'm looking down, we have 18 rockets right now. I think we actually have another stack, but as I get more dependent upon this elytra, we're gonna have to come up with a little bit better source of gunpowder, other than just kind of the random creepers I run across and get blown up by. So we'll probably look into a mob farm at some point in the future, but we do need the storage area as well. because I have a lot of things I need to store. Just look at all this junk in shulker boxes I have laying around. Lots of stuff. All right, well, I'm going to clean this up, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.